Imagine waking up and, no matter what the world throws at you, noise, bills, drama, your calm doesn't budge. What if nothing could touch your center today? In this video, we'll show you how to build that center using Buddhist teachings and Buddhist wisdom. Simple moves, real results, zero fluff. You'll leave with tools you can use before breakfast, Zen meditation, Buddhist mindfulness, and tiny daily Buddhist practice steps that actually stick. Stay with us because the most powerful shift is also the most peaceful one, and it starts now. We're going to talk like friends and train like monks, not in robes, right here, in ordinary life. Think of this as a modern Dharma talk, short, clear, useful. We'll lean on the Four Noble Truths to see where suffering starts, and on the Noble Eightfold Path to walk out of it, one honest step at a time. If you're new, relax. This is Buddhism for beginners done right. Plain language, steady practice. If you've walked this road for years, we'll deepen your craft with Vipassana meditation insights and practical Buddhist monks' teachings. Together, we'll make calm a habit you can count on, even on messy Tuesdays. This isn't theory class. It's Buddhist philosophy that works in traffic, in meetings, and in hard conversations. You'll collect Buddhist life lessons you can feel in your body, and remember when it matters most. We'll borrow wisdom from Buddhist stories and parables, then translate it into moves a child could understand and an adult can live. Our aim is simple: grow unshakable peace without pretending life is easy. That's authentic Buddhist spirituality. Kind, grounded, brave. If you're ready, breathe once with me. Good. Let's start with purpose, the root that keeps you steady when the wind gets loud, and watch how it quietly makes you untouchable. You need a direction that doesn't wobble when life shakes the ground. In Buddhist teachings, that's a firm purpose, clear, lived, felt. It's the compass that keeps you steady while storms do their drama. When your aim is anchored in Buddhist wisdom, hardship stops feeling like punishment and starts looking like training. Even Buddhism for beginners can grasp this. Know where you're going, then walk. The Four Noble Truths and the Noble Eightfold Path quietly light the way, step by step. Picture yourself as a captain at night, waves loud, sky dark, but your lighthouse doesn't blink. That lighthouse is your purpose, strengthened by Zen meditation and Buddhist mindfulness. We don't wait for calm seas. We build calm minds with daily Buddhist practice. Breath by breath, purpose moves from idea to muscle memory. Add a little Vipassana meditation, and you start seeing what's real versus what's noise. The result isn't hype, it's quiet power you can depend on. Purpose sharpens when we keep good company and good words. Think of those Dharma talks that felt like someone finally turned the lights on. Those echoes come from Buddhist monks' teachings distilled into practical, everyday choices. In plain terms, it's applied Buddhist philosophy in sneakers, not robes. We're not chasing perfection, we're practicing clarity. And that clarity is the heartbeat of Buddhist spirituality in daily life. A small scene from Buddhist stories and parables. A traveler asks which road is safest in a storm. The elder points to the one he's trained to walk. The moral lands as one of those Buddhist life lessons. Resilience isn't luck, it's alignment. When your choices match the Noble Eightfold Path, the path itself carries part of your weight. The Four Noble Truths stop being theory and turn into traction. And traction is what keeps you upright when the wind argues. How to make purpose durable, not decorative. Each morning, return to your aim through daily Buddhist practice. 1 page of intention, 10 breaths of Buddhist mindfulness, a few minutes of Zen meditation. Revisit your why, the way a musician tunes before playing. Let Vipassana meditation show you which goals are yours and which are borrowed. That honesty lightens the load so you can move with ease. And once your purpose is this steady, something unexpected happens. You start becoming untouchable, ready for the next principle. Becoming untouchable doesn't mean you never feel. It means you choose what lands. In Buddhist teachings, your peace is a decision, not a trophy the world hands out. The Four Noble Truths explain why pain happens. The Noble Eightfold Path shows our move. When we walk it, hurtful weather becomes data, not destiny, and we keep steering. This is Buddhist wisdom in plain clothes. Response over reaction, clarity over noise. We stop outsourcing our mood, and the world loses its remote control. How do you do it on a Tuesday when life pokes your ribs? Pause, breathe, and anchor attention with Zen meditation and Buddhist mindfulness. Let Vipassana meditation name the feeling: heat in the chest, racing thoughts, the urge to strike back. Naming tames. Space opens between spark and flame, and you get your hands on the wheel. Daily Buddhist practice turns this from a trick into a trait you can trust. It's simple enough for Buddhism for beginners, powerful enough for seasoned travelers. Ethics is your invisible shield. Right view, right intention, right speech, right action and formation. That's Buddhist philosophy embodied, not debated, straight from Dharma talks. We rehearse calm words before storms, so habit answers the door, not anger. Buddhist monks' teachings are practical here. Keep speech clean, timing kind, purpose firm. When values and voice align, provocation finds no handle to grip. You remain present but ungrabbable, available to help, unavailable to harm. A tale from Buddhist stories and parables. A monk crossing a muddy road. Someone splashes sludge and laughs. The robe is stained. The mind stays bright. He says, "Mud is for washing. Hearts are for guarding." A crisp Buddhist life lesson. This is Buddhist spirituality without incense. Protect the altar of awareness first. We can do the same. Notice the splash, spare the heart, keep walking. Not because we're better, but because we're training for freedom. Toolkit. One breath to arrive. One phrase to remember. One step to choose. Arrive with mindfulness. Remember, I won't pick up the second arrow. Choose the path. That's the Noble Eightfold Path in motion, affirmed by centuries of Dharma talks. Keep the practice tiny and daily, like beads, small, steady, unbreakable when strung. Soon insults become weather reports, useful, not defining, Buddhist teachings at work. And if words do sting, good. Next up, handling insults without bleeding. Insults feel like arrows, but Buddhist teachings remind us the second arrow is optional. Through the Four Noble Truths, we see where pain arises and where we add extra heat. The Noble Eightfold Path offers a clean response. See clearly, intend kindly, act wisely. This is Buddhist wisdom you can use at the bus stop, not just on a cushion. Let offense be information, not identity. Data, not destiny, not your name. When you don't pick it up, it can't poison your pocket. First pause. Simple, human, doable on any street. Anchor attention with the Zen meditation breath. Add Buddhist mindfulness to widen space. Use Vipassana meditation to name the storm. Tight jaw, hot chest, revenge thoughts. Naming tames. Sensation softens. The story loosens its grip on your throat. A daily Buddhist practice makes this skill reliable under pressure. It's friendly to Buddhism for beginners, yet deep enough to carry veterans home. Now, speech. Old Dharma talks say right speech turns heat into light. Follow Buddhist monks' teachings. True, timely, gentle, beneficial. 4 gates before words pass. If your tongue can't clear the gates, let silence do the heavy lifting. That's lived Buddhist philosophy. Ethics as armor, not decoration. Keep practicing in tiny reps until kindness becomes your default stance. Then offense arrives and finds no furniture to sit on. Pocket scene from Buddhist stories and parables. A traveler shouts into a valley. The echo returns the voice he sent. He learns a crisp Buddhist life lesson. What you throw is what you meet. So he whispers compassion and meets compassion back steady as dawn. That's Buddhist spirituality in plain English. Sow clarity, reap peace, repeat. Your turn. Draft a microscript for offense in the wild. Breathe twice. Label the heat with Vipassana meditation. Soften with Zen meditation. Choose one phrase from Dharma talks you trust. I guard my peace. And speak less. Let daily Buddhist practice string these moves into one smooth gesture. Keep the Noble Eightfold Path close, the Four Noble Truths closer, and your heart open. When people speak ill of you, we enter a special training ground. When others speak ill of you, remember this pivot from Buddhist teachings. Words land only where we offer a seat. That's Buddhist wisdom you can use today. The Four Noble Truths show pain's mechanics. No need to add extra suffering. The Noble Eightfold Path turns slander into training. Right view, right intention, right action. Treat talk as weather, not your surname. Storms pass, character remains. We practice identity by choices, not echoes, and that's power you can carry. Tactically, pause and breathe. Zen meditation to steady the hands of the heart. Layer Buddhist mindfulness. Sounds are sounds, thoughts are thoughts, not commands. Use Vipassana meditation to label sensations, heat, squeeze, urge to defend the costume. Then apply daily Buddhist practice, small, repeatable moves that make calm a habit. This works for Buddhism for beginners and keeps veterans honest and humble. We become responders, not reactors, and gossip runs out of oxygen. Ethics is strategy. Old Dharma talks repeated because it works. From Buddhist monks' teachings, right speech, true, timely, kind, beneficial. Lived Buddhist philosophy sets boundaries without venom. Firm spine, soft heart. You can decline a toxic conversation and still wish others well, quietly. When values stay visible, rumors look small beside them. Leverage with integrity. Each clean word you choose is another bead on your mala of freedom. In Buddhist stories and parables, there's the gift no one accepts. An insult offered but not taken returns to its sender. Classic Buddhist life lessons. Another image. A mirror that refuses soot. Clarity won't hold grime for long. This is Buddhist spirituality in street shoes. Protect clarity, reflect compassion, move on. The Noble Eightfold Path becomes posture, and the Four Noble Truths become breath. We don't erase voices. We outgrow their grip, like shoes you no longer fit. Build a quiet protocol. Breathe, label, choose, act. Carry it like your keys. Let actions speak louder than opinions. A week of kindness edits any narrative. Keep daily Buddhist practice steady. Let Buddhist mindfulness garden your attention. Rehearse one line from trusted Dharma talks and let it guard the doorway. With time, your presence answers for you. That's the long game of Buddhist teachings. To make this shield unbreakable, we guard the mind itself. Next, the garden. Guarding your mind is gardening your life. What you water, grows. In Buddhist teachings, the mind is both soil and sky, responsive, vast. Start simple. Buddhism for beginners thrives on clarity, not complexity. Let the Four Noble Truths name the weeds. Let the Noble Eightfold Path be your tools. With daily Buddhist practice, you plant routines that outlast weather and mood. This is Buddhist wisdom turned practical. Protect attention, and attention protects you. Tools within reach. Zen meditation, Buddhist mindfulness, Vipassana meditation. Sit, breathe, and watch thoughts rise and pass like birds across a horizon. From old Dharma talks and Buddhist monks' teachings, learn to label, not latch. That's lived Buddhist philosophy. Notice, name, gently release, without drama. When urges shout, whisper, not now, and let the wave spend itself. The guard doesn't fight every stranger, the guard knows the door. Mind protection also means a clean mental diet. Inputs shape inner weather. Choose speech, screens, and company that align with the Noble Eightfold Path. Use Buddhist mindfulness to audit your day. Prune what steals light. Return to daily Buddhist practice like a lighthouse you can always see. Reinforce with Zen meditation pauses before tasks and Vipassana meditation after. This is maintenance, not a milestone. Small acts, repeated, become identity. A favorite scene from Buddhist stories and parables. A gatekeeper at dawn. He bows to each thought, asks its purpose, and only lets virtue enter. By nightfall, he's gathered Buddhist life lessons about patience and clarity. That is Buddhist spirituality in work boots, sacred because it's useful. The Four Noble Truths explain the trespassers. Compassion escorts them out. Your garden learns the rhythm and peace starts showing up on time. Protocol, 3 breaths, name the visitor, choose the next wise action. Keep a line from Dharma talks ready. Short, kind, steady, like a bell. Let Buddhist monks' teachings tune your day. Let Buddhist philosophy steer your night. Together we anchor in daily Buddhist practice until calm becomes the default. Soon the walls don't need to be high because the heart is strong and open. When old ghosts of fear and shame knock again, we'll meet them with light. Fear and shame feel ancient, like echoes you never chose. In Buddhist teachings, treat them as visitors, not verdicts. The Four Noble Truths map their roots in the loops we replay. The Noble Eightfold Path gives steps that break those loops cleanly. Even Buddhism for beginners can practice this without drama. It's Buddhist wisdom. Name it, meet it, move with compassion. Shine a steady lamp. Buddhist mindfulness on breath and body. Add Vipassana meditation to see thoughts as weather, not laws. Use Zen meditation to sit upright inside the storm without flinching. Let daily Buddhist practice make courage a rhythm, not a mood. This is lived Buddhist philosophy, practical and kind. Fear is information. Shame is a story we can rewrite. Ethics softens the ground so roots can loosen without tearing. Dharma talks and Buddhist monks' teachings stress right view and mercy. We admit harm, repair what we can, and release the whip. That's Buddhist spirituality, with sleeves rolled, honest, humble, whole. The Noble Eightfold Path guides apology, boundary, and brave next steps. The heart learns it can be safe while still accountable. Pocket parable. A traveler plants fear each dawn and wonders why thorns return. One day he sows patience and harvests paths, not walls. He writes Buddhist life lessons in dirt. What I water grows. That's Buddhist wisdom meeting soil and sunlight. We can do the same. Breath by breath, choice by choice. Protocol anywhere. Breathe 3 times. Label with Vipassana meditation. Relax with Zen meditation. Recall a line from trusted Dharma talks and step onto the Noble Eightfold Path. Keep daily Buddhist practice steady until shame loses its costume. Let Buddhist teachings and Buddhist philosophy turn fear into a mentor. And speaking of mentors, the next one may be the person in front of you. Everyone you meet is a lesson in disguise, and you're ready to learn. In Buddhist teachings, a stranger can be a mirror, a friend, or a bell. Through the Four Noble Truths, you spot where clinging sneaks into conversation. With the Noble Eightfold Path, you choose responses that teach you back. This is Buddhist wisdom you can practice in queues, emails, traffic. Life becomes your classroom, your calm, the diploma you keep earning. Try this today. 1 breath of Zen meditation before you answer. Add Buddhist mindfulness to feel the body, jaw, chest, hands on the wheel. Use Vipassana meditation to label the mind state. Hurry, pride, fear, kindness. Naming turns noise into notes you can actually play. Repeat as daily Buddhist practice. Tiny reps that rewire reactions. Soon, feedback hurts less, and learning lands faster and cleaner. From old Dharma talks, we inherit a posture, curious first, defensive last. Buddhist monks' teachings remind us to bow to truth, not ego. Lived Buddhist philosophy asks, where am I tight? Where can I soften? Let praise teach gratitude without addiction. Let blame teach steadiness without ice. Listen for the message, not the static of tone or timing. Even clumsy advice becomes usable, like rain for a tough garden, a thread from Buddhist stories and parables, a farmer and the seasons. Each season instructs him. Too much sun, humility. Too much rain, patience. He gathers Buddhist life lessons in a notebook no one sees. That's Buddhist spirituality in work clothes, sacred because it serves. Be that farmer, observing, adapting, planting wiser after each weather. Every person is weather. Every moment, a field you can learn to tend. Make it simple. After any encounter, ask, what did this teach us? If you're Buddhism for beginners, keep 1 line. If seasoned, write 3. Tie the note back to the Noble Eightfold Path, speech, intention, effort, view. Let daily Buddhist practice stitch these notes into steady character. Over time, your day becomes a living Dharma talk you can trust. When lessons need firm edges, ground them in an unshakable ethical code. Ethics is the keel that keeps your boat straight when waves get loud. In Buddhist teachings, the 5 precepts aren't rules to fear. They're freedoms to trust, non-harm, honesty, respectful love, truthful speech, clarity of mind, 5 steady pillars. Through Buddhist wisdom and the 4 noble truths, you see how they cut suffering at the root. The Noble Eightfold Path becomes walkable when ethics carries the weight up front. Even Buddhism for beginners can feel the relief. Fewer regrets, more sleep, cleaner breath. How to live it on messy Tuesdays. Start with daily Buddhist practice, tiny and consistent. Use Buddhist mindfulness to notice urges before they borrow your hands or tongue. Sit for 5 with Zen meditation, then scan with Vipassana meditation. Intention, feeling, thought. This is Buddhist philosophy for the kitchen sink, not just retreat halls. Old Dharma talks echo here. Guard the mind and conduct guards itself. We train calm first, so choice stays available when heat arrives. Right speech turns precepts into music. True, timely, kind, useful. Right action and right livelihood. Give your day a spine you can lean on. From Buddhist monks' teachings, ethics means protection, not perfection. Progress over pride. That posture is Buddhist spirituality in shoes. Sacred because it serves the people you love. Each clean choice writes Buddhist life lessons your future self will gladly inherit. Keep it human. Apologize fast. Repair harm. Keep walking without self-hate. Parable image. A tree forged by storms on a cliff. It doesn't shout strength. It grows roots that argue quietly with the wind. The precepts are those roots. The 4 noble truths explain the soil they grip. The Noble Eightfold Path is the trail the tree shelters for travelers below. People rest in its shade and remember why restraint feels like freedom. That's Buddhist wisdom in plain sight. Quiet power that doesn't need witnesses. Protocol. Pause. Recall a precept. Breathe once. Choose the smallest kind action. Let daily Buddhist practice automate goodness until it's lighter to do right than to resist. Keep Buddhist teachings on your tongue, Dharma talks in your pocket, mindfulness on watch. Refresh with Zen meditation at noon and Vipassana meditation at night to clear residue. Over time, ethics and ease become the same road, Buddhist philosophy made every day. When this code aligns with the wider world, nature starts teaching back. Living according to nature is returning to original instructions in Buddhist teachings. Seasons become teachers in Buddhist wisdom. Impermanence without lectures. The 4 noble truths read like weather. Arising, passing, clinging as storms. Release as clear sky. The Noble Eightfold Path is a foot trail worn into earth by countless kind steps. Even Buddhism for beginners can feel this. Walk lightly, carry less, notice more. Nature doesn't flatter the ego. It trains attention and humility until they fit like skin. Sync your day to the sun. Open with Zen meditation. Close with Buddhist mindfulness. Between those bookends, use Vipassana meditation to watch thoughts like cloud cover. Daily Buddhist practice here means small loops. Breath before task, bow before bite. Buddhist philosophy stops being theory and becomes a rhythm your body remembers. Move with the grain of reality. Friction drops. Clarity rises. The forest is inside you. We just keep sweeping the trail that leads there. Dharma talks hint that ecology begins in your calendar, not only in forests. From Buddhist monks' teachings, right effort and right livelihood shape the climate we control. Spend attention like clean water. Spend speech like rare seed. This is Buddhist spirituality. Choose work that harms less and helps more, and you'll sleep deeper than applause. These choices mature into Buddhist life lessons your family can feel. Walk the Noble Eightfold Path steadily, and wildflowers appear where you once left footprints. Another parable, a monk who copied mountains. Each morning he imitated their stillness until travelers calmed without knowing why. He learned to breathe like pines and bow like rivers rounding stones. The 4 noble truths became landscapes. Suffering appears, peaks, softens, dissolves. That's Buddhist wisdom pointing to the obvious we forget. Nature already practices the Dharma. When we listen, the world becomes a generous tutor and a clear mirror. Gentle protocol. Step outside, feel the temperature, label sounds, relax your jaw. Whisper a line from Dharma talks, then place one kind act on today's path. Let Zen meditation steady your stance. Buddhist mindfulness guide your steps. Vipassana meditation clean your lens. Keep daily Buddhist practice tiny and joyful so Buddhist teachings stay warm, not abstract. Soon Buddhist philosophy equals weather sense, and Buddhist life lessons feel native. Aligned with nature, gratitude blooms on its own. Let's learn to weaponize that next. Gratitude isn't denial, it's a deliberate lens from Buddhist teachings. Seen through Buddhist wisdom, it turns lack into learning and pain into training. The Four Noble Truths show suffering. Gratitude shows meaning without sugarcoating. Walk it along the Noble Eightfold Path and it becomes posture, not a post-it. As daily Buddhist practice, gratitude steadies the hand that holds the day. This is warm Buddhist spirituality you can use before breakfast. How it rewires attention without woo. Buddhist mindfulness first, then thanks. With Zen meditation, feel breath arrive and silently bow to simple gifts. Add Vipassana meditation to watch the mind name blessings without clinging. That's lived Buddhist philosophy, accurate, grounded, kind to reality. Even Buddhism for beginners can practice 3 honest gratitudes before coffee. We're not pretending, we're perceiving more of what's already here. Ethically, gratitude fuels clean action. Old Dharma talks keep pointing there. From Buddhist monks' teachings, right view sees causes. Right speech says thank you without flattery. Gratitude softens pride so repair becomes natural and quick. These become durable Buddhist life lessons you can hand your future self. When storms hit, the habit holds. Tough grace you can trust. That's quiet armor praised across centuries of practice. A favorite thread from Buddhist stories and parables. Winter monks. They share heat, laugh gently, and count small mercies while snow argues at the door. By spring, their thankfulness has multiplied into food, help, and steady nerves. The Four Noble Truths still apply, but the heart walks lighter anyway. On the Noble Eightfold Path, gratitude turns obstacles into teachers. That's Buddhist wisdom as alchemy, heaviness in, usefulness out. Protocol, tiny, daily, unfancy. 3 breaths. 1 true thank you can feel. Name body comfort, relationship help, or a fresh chance to try again. Keep it real. Log them as daily Buddhist practice. Review weekly like personal Dharma talks. Close the day with Zen meditation. Audit with Vipassana meditation. Rest in Buddhist mindfulness. Let Buddhist teachings and Buddhist philosophy stack into unshakable gratitude. Soon your life tells Buddhist stories and parables of its own. And that sets the stage for how we open this journey from the very first line. Before you go, breathe with me, just a second. If any part of these Buddhist teachings lit a lamp inside you, tell me which one. Which principle hit home, setting firm purpose, becoming untouchable, handling offense, or planting mental vigilance? Which Buddhist life lessons have you lived in your own skin? Share your story in the comments. Your experience might be the Dharma in practice someone needed today. I want to know, what move will you add to your daily Buddhist practice starting now? 5 minutes of Zen meditation upon waking, 3 pauses of Buddhist mindfulness at work, a gratitude journal as quiet armor. If you're Buddhism for beginners, say which step feels simplest. If you already practice, share how Vipassana meditation has been clearing your days. Let's learn together. Buddhist wisdom grows when we share it. Also tell me, in which moments do you feel the second arrow arriving? Traffic, family, the internet? Which line from your favorite Dharma talks helps you avoid the bait? And when someone speaks ill of you, which thread of the Noble Eightfold Path keeps you aligned? Right speech, right intention, right action? Your answers create a living map, a guide made by our own community. If this brought you practical peace, Buddhist philosophy that works on a chaotic Tuesday, subscribe and turn on notifications. You'll get new videos with Buddhist monks' teachings, Buddhist stories and parables, and simple routines to strengthen your Buddhist spirituality. Every week, 1 clear step, no jargon, straight to the point, so you can cultivate storm-proof calm and joy that doesn't need permission. Now it's your turn. Comment 3 things. 1. Which principle impacted you? 2. Which practice you'll test for 7 days? And 3. What time of day you'll do it? I'll reply to the first comments with personalized suggestions to refine your routine. Let's turn intention into habit, with gentleness, consistency, and courage.